Long time ago in the 13th century, on the island of Singapore, there lived a man called Badang. By day, Badang was a farmer, and by night, Badang set up his fish to catch fish for his meal the next day. One day, after setting up his trap and leaving for the night, Badang had an idea on how to catch more fish with his traps. But when he came back to his trap, he saw a monster with scary teeth and furry face gobbling up his fish. Badang wanted to stop the monster and shouted, "Hey you!" But the monster could not hear Badang's voice while gobbling. Can you help Badang stop the monster? At the count of 3, say, "Hey you." Let's do it together. At the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey you! The monster was startled and fell over. Badang approached the monster angrily, but soon realized that the monster was not scary at all. In fact, the monster started pleading with Badang not to hurt him, and if Badang would let him go, the monster would grant him a magical wish. Badang asked to be the strongest man in the world. The monster granted his wish and vanished. Badang became the strongest man in the world. Badang soon accomplished many feats of strength. News of Badang's strength soon came to the ears of King of Singapore. Badang was summoned by the king, who made Badang a warrior of his palace. Badang continued to perform feats of strength. Soon the news of Badang's strength went overseas and to the ears of the King of India, who thought it was impossible that a small land like Singapore could have a warrior stronger than the mighty Indians. The king called on his strongest warrior, Bajaya, and sent him to Singapore to challenge Badang. Bajaya soon arrived in Singapore and offered Badang lots of gold and precious gems for a chance to fight him and prove that Badang is not the strongest man in the world. What do you think Badang should do? Should he accept the challenge or just stay humble and say no? Badang was confident because of his magical strength. He accepted the challenge and the battle began. Badang and Bajaya were both strong warriors. However, Badang had the upper hand. Frustrated and irritated, Bajaya spotted a stone near the Singapore River and wanted to throw it at Badang. Bajaya tried and tried. Sadly, he could not lift it up. Badang laughed at Bajaya. "Ha ha ha! You can't even lift up such a small stone. Now, watch me," said Badang and started lifting up the stone. Suddenly, Badang broke his back while trying to lift up the stone. From that day on, the stone was known as the Singapore Stone. Many years later, in 1819, the British came to Singapore and found the stone. They learned the story of the stone and how it broke Badang's back, and the news spread worldwide. Today, after 200 years, the stone is still being protected at the National Museum of Singapore. Now let's look back. What have we learned from the story? Overconfidence is a friend to failure. Confidence in your ability is good, but overconfidence in your ability will surely lead to failure, in this case, a broken back.